going to do now is go and collect Mina. Mina's a women in need patient, our first patient. Mina grew up into a very beautiful young woman, and she was subjected to multiple gang rapes. As a consequence of that, she developed mental illness, schizophrenia. As a consequence of that, she continued to become raped. She was vulnerable, and we found her to be HIV positive. जेवली आज? नहीं. नाश्ता नहीं खाल्ली? अरे बिल्कुल नहीं खाइस नहीं? नहीं. चाय? चाय. कभी? कितनी वास्ता? मालूम नहीं. What she does is in the evening she cooks her own food. We provide her with a little stove and everything. But through the day, Avinash, he delivers ready-made food, cooked food. We deliver to her. She is completely well looked after, and then we have the local police here that have been helping her. So now we're going to take her to the office to get washed. You see, in a way, Mina proved to us one thing, that with all the worst problems conspiring against her, and with a complete lack of facilities and support, we were able to do something. She represented all the worst problems rolled in, you know, all the worst problems that you can have. She's pretty much had them all, and all of the problems that she's got have been as a result of other people. It was nothing that she was responsible for, and we just became utterly convinced that there must be other women like Mina who have absolutely no chance of receiving help whatsoever, and they must just die like that.
पर आ नहीं पाया था तो उसको छुट्टी नहीं मिली चंगा को कल परसों आएगा हाँ उजाला बस राव दिखाने है ना कुपाक है और ये बसायला तुला तो खाली बसून.
She's happier to be here than she is where she was, because she was vulnerable there a little bit next to the police station. Compared to there, she's saying this is really nice. It's the first time she's had her own little store of stuff, you know, her own cooking facilities. Her own, I mean, she had a stove in the tent, but this is security for her, Mark. It's working properly. That's where Mark jumps out the window. Huh? Huh? It's a very tiny little pathway, but they've separated all of this. We've got to build a toilet here, because this was all open before, and that's their house. Can you see the water, how filthy it is? Can you see all the pipes? Yeah. So we're going to build her one of those pipes as well to go out into the water. कुठे सामने नाही पहिले बार आपण पुढे ठेवा पाहिजे नाही संडास नाही तर कुठे करे नाही
इथेच म्हणजे नाल्याला जोडून देता साइड हे काऊन बरोबर नाही केलं इकडे या गा कारण की तुम्ही म्हटलं बघा हे असं नाही होत तुम्ही सकाळपासून मला पण नाही.
You know what they've done, Mark? They've changed their mind.
मी त्याच्या बाबाला येऊ देते मग सांगते मी तुम्हाला.
They've changed their mind. They've changed their mind. Now they've changed their mind. She's saying her son's not comfortable with having Mina and her mother here. Her son's in 8th standard. What age group is that? What age group is that, Usha? Her son's 13, 14, and because he's objecting to having her here, she's saying she's changed her mind. So I said to her, your son's in charge of the house, or you're in charge of the house? Because she already discussed with us and agreed, her and her husband agreed.
त्या मूर्तीला पाहिलं होतं माझ्या पोराचा सकाळपासून विचार नाही आहे माझं पोरगं म्हणते आई तुम्ही का ठेवलं म्हणते माझ्या पोराचं सकाळपासून
So they're deciding whether to keep them or not. And we've already made arrangements to shift her here. You know, these are the problems that we're having to contend with. So we're going to talk now. But
Chindabai was ready to give to her. It's a little bit small. Like that room, you can get nice room for 500 in this area. I'm paying for that. That's why I say 450. That kind of thing. It's sufficient for fine.
it is.
No electricity.
But she's not staying in this bit. You know what, Usha? She should have come to our office and spoken separately instead of bringing that subject up here. Say they've had so much problem in their life, they don't need that kind of thing to be said, Usha.
पण काहीच नाही म्हणत आहे ना मी माझ्या मुलाचं सांगितलं मी ना माझं तर काहीच नाही सांगितलं ना
But that's her son,
मुलाचं सांगितलं ना
Usha. She
मी
should
माझं
control
तर
her
काहीच नाही
son.
सांगितलं ना
कोणी काही बी म्हणून तरी आम्हाला काय नाही मी बी त्याच्या शेतातली बाई आहे मग मागावर मी सोडून थोडी जाणार आहो का मी तर आहे ना तिथे मी तर याच्यापेक्षा सोडून गेली होती माझ्या शरीराचा वास आहे मला माझ्या शरीराचा वास आहे तर लोकांना नाही येत असेल का बघा ह्या
नाही पण यांना
केसेसचे आहे
मी नाही नव्हतं पाहिलं त्याला पहिले
ह्या पेशंट अशा केसेसचे आहे तर नाही बाबा नाही म्हणून द्यायला काम
केलं त्यानं काही तरी थोडी
तो
बोलावलं
आडवा बांधले तू उभा बांधून दे
तुम्ही ना बाई पहिलेच विचार करायला पाहिजे होतं मी तुम्हाला पहिलेच सांगितलं होतं की ती बाई अशी आहे सांगितलं होतं तुम्हाला म्हातारी बाई अशी आहे म्हणून सांगितलं का की नाही
Usha's thinking that other people have seen Mrs. Takhur today and now they're sort of putting pressure on this family and saying, why are you allowing somebody like that to come and rent the property? You see, that's the thing, Mark. She's a cured case. General public are meant to be reasonably educated about leprosy, but when it comes on their doorstep, they don't want to tolerate it. She's not even an active patient. It hasn't helped that they've had to sit and listen to that discussion. I mean, thank God Mina's mum can't hear, because that's who we were talking about. But Mina's heard it. She's sitting, and you know, Mark, I mean, she's used to being pushed away because she suffered from schizophrenia and she's had problems and people have ostracized her through her own problems. Now to sit and listen, this is meant to be a happy occasion where she's moving into her own new home, first time ever. You know, she's not dumb. Time will tell. We'll come here tomorrow and we'll check on her and see. The trouble with Mina is she's not very forthcoming. You know, even if people say things to her, she keeps it to herself. We have to drag it out of her. So we'll be quite keen and quite anxious to send Raj or Rekha or ourselves to come quite regularly, definitely every day, to make sure that she's okay. Must be interesting filming. Mind, she looks like she spent her first night quite comfortably. She looks fresh.
She feeling better today?
Yes, she's looking better. I'm going like this. She's showing you, Mark, she's had a bath. Oh? Acha. She says, I've had my bath, I've washed my face, so I feel nice. Whilst they're not exactly luxurious, for Mina, this is luxury because she's able to step out of her door and get washed. I mean, she's clean. Because what we've been doing for the last couple of months is bringing Mina to the office every second day to get washed. You know, we take these things for granted, the fact that you can step out of your room, go and get washed, and be ready for another day. Well, for Mina, it was almost impossible to do that with her disability, her current disability. John, what did Mina? अच्छा लगता है? क्या जोली रात को?
खिचड़ी बना.
Oh, she made khichdi. Jolie, chai pili? Oh, see, Ma, they were able to make their own tea and have everything this morning at their own leisure.
मीना भांडे रख दे भाई
आजीबाई म्हणते
अच्छा
And what Mina's doing now is go back a little bit.
ये का बोल के तुमको इधर आना इधर पानी भरून दिलं अच्छा
So you go that way.
दे
So she's leaving her pots and pans here, Ma, because Avanash is going to deliver her food this afternoon. What we do is we feed them in the afternoon. We feed them in the afternoon and then we let them cook in the morning. She's locking her mum in the house. Yeah, achie, band kar. कभी झगड़ा झालं तो बंद कर दरवाजा. हाँ सुंदर दिसते. Simo, she's giving her a bindi. Goodwill gesture. That's nice, Mark. You see, if we get involved, it encourages them to get involved. Chandiste. Sundar. Padli. Chalo, chalo. Nanta sanga. Thank you.